Hi everyone, welcome to Hayes Kitchen. I've finally given in to all the peer pressure and done my own channel. Hayes Kitchen is all about doing very simple recipes. I'm hoping that I can teach you, or you can learn these in 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it for your wife, husband, kids, brothers, sisters, whatever. But you're going to learn it nice and easy, and it's going to have really simple step-by-step guides. So first up, what better than an English classic? We're going to be doing poached eggs on top of gluten-free toast with spinach, mushrooms and roasted vine tomatoes. For this we're going to need the ingredients of: we have some gluten-free bread, we have some whole mushroom, we've got some vine tomatoes, Kerrygold butter, some chives, basil to garnish, free-range eggs, handful of spinach, salt, pepper and some white wine vinegar. Right, let's start cooking. We're going to need 2 pans for this and an oven on to do your roasted vine tomatoes. Back pan is going to be for spinach and mushrooms, front pan fill up with boiling water, and you want to be adding some white wine vinegar and salt. Now we want to do this water at a medium heat. It sounds silly. I've seen so many people do poached eggs, which makes such a hash bit. It's such an easy job. You want white wine vinegar and you want a good pinch of salt. So water's coming up to the boil, white wine vinegar inside, big pinch of salt. Now the reason I do that is it stops you having to do the vortex thing, which I see so many people do. You don't need to be spinning this as quick as you can, pouring in hot water, spinning it again, and you're getting one good egg. You want to be doing 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or however many eggs you want to do, but they'll all come out perfect as long as you use just the right amount of white wine vinegar even, and salt. Reason being, when you drop your egg into that water, the white is going to come over, the yolk's going to drop down first of all, and the white's going to come up and cover the egg yolk, which gives it that perfect ball-like egg. Right, boiling away, pan at the back's getting nice and hot. Let's start cooking. Butter in your pan. Pepper, salt, spinach, and mushroom. You can use whatever mushrooms you want. I choose to use these large field type mushrooms just because they're full of flavour and they go really well with the spinach as well. So chuck that in your pan, little stir. Now you can drop the heat on this off. At this point I usually crack my eggs and put them straight into a ramekin. It just makes it a little bit easier if you tip it into the water. Right, down with the heat again. Dropping your egg. And then back up with the heat. Turning that heat back up again is going to bring that white so it covers the yolk, as I said earlier. Get your toast down. Trick for you. Get your little vine tomatoes, poke a little hole in the end, and then get yourself a small chive and poke it in. And this is all about sort of the dressing of the plate, making things look a little bit prettier. And you get 2 little vine tomatoes like that. Don't they look pretty? Don't they look pretty? Right, toast is done, eggs are coming up now. As you can see, this is what you want to look for the eggs. Egg white has now come up and covered the yolk. Right, let's start plating up. I try and use plates like this and little tiny ramekins. These are brilliant just for presentation wise. And also spinach is obviously a very watery type green, so it tends to leak off a little bit of juice at the end. Let's plate inside so it's nice and pretty. Got your toast. It's up to you if you want to use butter. I generally don't, but if I do use any butter, it will be Kerrygold, purely because that's from a grass-fed cow, which means it's better for you, basically. 2 cherry tomatoes on the side of the plate. Mushrooms and spinach into your ramekin. Now you've got Mother's Day coming up. What better way than to surprise your wife with a meal like this in bed first thing in the morning, and just show off your new cooking skills. I try and do breakfast in bed for the wife once a week. I think that's purely down to happy wife, happy life, which I'm sure you've all heard before. Right, let's start to serve up. I don't know if you can see this, but that's how your eggs should be. Perfect little balls. We're just going to put that on top of your toast. You see how there's also not much muck in that water. And the reason being, if your egg goes everywhere, it's generally because it's a bad egg. It's as simple as that. And I dress the plate finally with a little bit of pepper just from the outside, tiny bit of salt, and to make things pretty, I usually put a little bit of basil on. Well, that's it. hopefully that took you 5 to 6 minutes. Should be looking like that. If it doesn't, don't worry. Have another go at it tomorrow, the next day, until you've mastered it, and then you've got your first dish under your belt. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Up top, I'm not sure how this works yet until I've edited it. But yeah, please subscribe, send some love, comment. If you've got any recipe ideas, put them on the comments below as well. Tell your friends about the channel, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.